How soccer became an entrenched part of American sports. Recollect while being a soccer hater was a genuine article? Trust me, it was, and quite recently. Return 10 years or more, and soccer, to a noisy and sizable part of the United States towning public, was an odd, confounding and distinctly unfamiliar game that didn't have a place in the American method of doing things. There wasn't sufficient scoring. It was a delicate game in light of the fact that an excessive number of players faked wounds, and in numerous European associations, they didn't have end-of-the-season games. Please, what's that all about? Fast forward to the present, and a ton has changed. Soccer from different nations, particularly the enormous European classes and that landmass leader contest, the Champions League, has become a staple piece of the survey schedule for millions. The distinctions in design are generally celebrated, as opposed to derided. As a native soccer fans who grew up playing the game as a soul-changing experience pass their partiality for it to their own kids, hatred toward the lovely game to a great extent turned into a thing of the past. Soccer haters are still near, however they don't have strength in numbers any longer. Loathing a game played in each edge of the globe on account of its apparent anti-patriotism doesn't actually fly these days. In truth, it seems as though somewhat of a crazy idea. But then, a couple of years prior, feeling that two Americans would be in the Champions League last would have been abnormal. A couple of years before that, proposing that soccer would be a particularly dug-in piece of American games, even crazier. Times change. Where are the haters now? Soccer on TV, how to watch this current end of the week's UEFA Champions League last. Stefan and Pulisic don't have ties just to the district, they likewise have connections to the Union. Both played for the club's childhood groups numerous years prior, including at the 2012 Generation Adidas Cup. Pulisic didn't remain in the program for long, however Stefan remained until he headed out to school at Maryland. He at that point decided to go to Europe as opposed to marking here, with Union authorities persuaded that they had no shot to land him. How enthusiastically they attempted, or didn't attempt, is lost to history. Presently back to the present. The greatness existing apart from everything else is intensified by the way that the game will be on two of the greatest transmission stages in the country. CBS will air the last interestingly, and Univision will do it for the third consecutive year. The two channels will begin their pre-game inclusion at 1:30 p.m. ET. CBS show will incorporate a meeting Pulisic did with U.S. public group alums Clint Dempsey, Aguchiani Uu, and Charlie Davis. You can likewise watch the game through the organization's particular streaming stages, Paramount Plus, paid membership, and Tutten.com, free with TV supplier authentication. Wondering who the principal U.S. men's player was to win an European Cup award? It was Jovan Kirovski in 1997 with Borussia Dortmund. He was a hold on the seat. That implies, regardless of whether Pulisic doesn't begin, he'll be the main American man to see the field in a last on the off chance that he plays.